What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel, and today we are doing UNBOXAMANIA 98. Stay tuned. Alright, Fig fam, thank you for coming back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel. If you are new, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And today we are joined by none other than the Macho Fran. She's going to help us with some unboxings today. And it is brought to you by the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, my new book, available now on Amazon.com or HeelBooks.com. 400 plus pages, full color, black and white. Every single figure released from 2010 to present day. And look at that, a picture for every figure, every basic, every elite, every ultimate, every AEW. You name it, if it was released, it's in there. So, if you are new, UNBOXAMANIA is a time where we blindly reach into the bin below us. It's filled with everything, elites, basics, ultimates, AEW, Funko Pops, Lucha, Libre, all kinds of things. Blindly reach in, grab something out, we unbox it, review, and talk about usually 4 or 5 different figures. It's a lot of fun, and you never know what you're going to get. And Macho Fran here is going to do the honors. Remember, you cannot look.
I won't, of course not. You ready for the first one?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
And if you want to follow Macho Fran on Instagram, that's at @macho_Fran.
You got that right. Give me some follows.
Don't you be peeking.
I'm not peeking. Looking right at you. Looking right at you. Digging deep. I don't like that one.
And, alright, so here we have a WWE Elite Network Spotlight Wendy Richter. This is a Target exclusive. This is her first time in a line, only time in a line other than her retro figure, but I consider that a different line. Anyways, you found this at, what was the name of that place? Value Vault?
That sounds right.
Right? Value Vault or something like that. Like $11 this year, 2024, and these came out, I believe, 2020? 2019.
Alright.
So 5 years old.
later.
So here is the back of the packaging. It says from Dallas, Texas, 5 feet 8 inches. Finisher is the Sit Out DDT, Women's Champion, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. The face of the women's division of the 1980s defeated Leilani Kai at the first ever WrestleMania, paving the way for future generations of female superstars. It's kind of funny that these old elites only had one piece of tape separating thieves from stealing them. But here's these. I want you to hold these little glasses. We're going to take out the hands. Probably not going to switch out the hands because she has fists on, and I just prefer fists. I think they look cooler on wrestling figures. Sometimes I think if you're like, you don't know what to do with them, like as far as posing, and they have that like open hand, like sometimes I just put guys at their size and they have these open hands. I'm like, if I saw somebody on the street doing that, like standing, like just waiting for the bus or something with their hands open, I'd be like, yeah, that guy is not normal. Fists, he's got like the Arthur fist, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, all right, that guy's gonna shoot up the world, but it makes me a little more comfortable than the open hands.
Yes.
All right, so let's see.
Tiny little glasses.
Tiny little glasses, but these are crucial because these glasses were only released with Wendy Richter. So you lose these,
Which is very easy to do.
Very easy. You can't
tiny.
just buy like another random piece of glasses from Mattel's lineup. So now, very cool, great likeness, great hair, a lot of volume to the hair, as
very
you can
80s.
see. Very 80s. Even the knee pads and the designs on them are very 80s, but the unique thing about it is there's like a lot more going on. Like look, there's a heart right there with like a money sign almost in it.
Yeah, tic-tac-toe right there.
Tic-tac-toe board right there. There's a face right there on her boob. But that was the thing that surprised me the most when I first got this figure. Look, lips on the back there. Was that I just thought these were like random scribbles. But they're not.
They're
there's actually
like sketches.
Yeah, there's actually some like rhyme or reason to some of the things that are on here. Not everything, but some of them. You know?
Yeah, I like it. Very 80s makeup.
That eyeshadow.
Pink lips.
And look, they fit her really well.
She looks like she's going to a 3D movie.
But sometimes glasses, they look like way oversized on their heads. This looks pretty good.
Those look pretty good.
She's got the short boots.
Yeah, a little pink lace action, matching lips.
And then here we have, I believe it's the only time it's been released, is the WWF, but obviously it's WWE, so they're not putting the F on there. Women's Wrestling Championship. And I always thought this was kind of cool because it's super delicate, super flexible, which is sometimes a good thing. Sometimes they're too firm and it's hard to actually get it around the figure, especially for the men. It is.
I mean, she does have a small waist, but...
And I'm like, obviously a lot of times when you think of a championship belt, you think about it around their waist, but I'm more of a over-the-shoulder
I like that.
holder.
I think it looks cool.
I think it looks cooler. And the other reason I like to do that is I feel like sometimes, like this, there's like some intricate design work that went into this. I feel like putting the belt around it kind of like takes away from it. This way you can see everything. You can appreciate all of it.
I like that.
Network Spotlight, Wendy Richter in the hizzy. It's a great. It really is a great figure, but the problem is it wasn't exactly super popular or like difficult to come by, at least in our area. And I equate that to the fact that like there's really nobody else in the line that goes with her. There's really no other 80s women's wrestlers. I mean, some people could probably argue Mae Young, but I don't think that's based on the 80s look. So, all right.
All right, next figure.
She might have been 80 when it was based off of, but all right. Go ahead.
Here we go. Trying to dig deep here. Oh, flower.
What you got? Ooh, Ray, you got this, right?
I did, probably.
Yeah, so far you've got both of these figures. All right, so here we have Rey Mysterio from Greatest Hits. I want to say it's Series 4. It says from San Diego, 5'6", 175. The 619 is his finisher. The Ultimate Underdog Challenge for the United States Championship at WrestleMania 35, the one title that eluded him his entire WWE career. Now, this was from a match with Samoa Joe, and this actually originally came out in the line in a 2-pack with Samoa Joe, and I really wanted this figure when it first came out. I want to say it came out 2020 maybe? 2021. I really wanted this figure, but it came in a 2-pack, and I didn't want to spend $40 just for one figure, so I just passed on it. Luckily, it paid off. Sometimes it doesn't. It paid off. I was able to get it for just this figure because it basically came with a Samoa Joe figure that looked like every other Samoa Joe figure that they've released other than the head. So I was like, it's really not worth it for me to pull the trigger on this one.
That's how they got people to buy it for the Rey.
Exactly. Because it's very unique. You know, it's a WrestleMania gear, which a lot of the wrestlers on WrestleMania, they come out in special, intricate gear. And this is obviously something he would never wear again.
I love the color combo though.
Yes. Well, it's based off of, I'm really bad with superheroes, and guys who watch the video always call me out. I'm not like I was never a comic book reader, but this is based off of, I want to say his name was Mysterio. Pretty sure. And I want to say it was a Marvel one, but again, I'm not a...
The dragon vibes with the green.
Totally. Like the scale, that scaled look.
The mohawk, I didn't even notice that in the packaging.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. There we go. I always like taking off the accessories first and then just appreciating the figure. So, all right. Let's bring it up to the camera first.
Got a lot going on with this one.
The armbands fell off, so that's why I'm taking a little bit longer here. All right. This is up there. This is a great Rey figure. Again, like she said, check out the mohawk. It's a thick mohawk that's hanging above the head. You can see the bald head in the back right there. The gold with the pink is a nice touch. There's always a lot of different color combinations going on with Rey Mysterio's gear. But look at this. These are the armbands that were kind of coming off. It's got the R with the crown on it, and over here it's got the M with the question mark, because Rey means king.
Okay.
And the M, Mysterio, is like the Mystery King.
Yeah,
so.
nice. I like that. I like that they're different.
Yeah, so here's the, he's got a lot of stuff going on this figure. All right, so like she said, it kind of gives her like dragon vibes because of like the cross vibes on here, that like scale look. The gold, he's got the GMOAT, which means the greatest mask of all time, and then Booyaka. Like, look at this. Look at, yeah. Greatest mask of all time, real small there. Booyaka. It's just, I don't even know what Booyaka means, but that's in his song. Booyaka, Booyaka. And then there's 619. Like, these are little details that like didn't need to be there, but the fact that they are and they added them to the figure is like a huge plus.
Very intricate and detailed.
So he's got these gauntlets on right here, which are really nice, unique to this gear, not something he wears all the time. But if you've ever watched the channel and seen me unbox a Rey Mysterio figure, you know that I love these gloved open hands. I think it just is a cool pose for him to have the hands out like that. But one of the things about Rey Mysterio that makes him so toyetic is his tattoos. So you'll notice that he's got all of his arm tats, but my favorite thing that they ever do with tatted up guys is, can you hold that?
First.
Is including little pieces of the tattoo underneath the clothing. So you'll see part of his back tat coming out here, his neck tat coming out of the shirt there, even on the pecs right there. You could see his tats. Like, that's one of those details that they could have easily cost cut, but they didn't. You see? It's like little pieces of the tattoo. And that's, you know, there's a lot of room for error there.
Oh, for sure.
But I dig this.
This is cute.
And here we have the gold inside, and then again the scaled purple with the hood on the back. Absolutely banger of a figure.
Look like snakes.
They're like they're supposed to be like question marks.
Oh.
Like a fancy question mark.
Yeah, well, it's fancy.
Fancy schmancy. All right, so let's see. Let's put this on him. Sometimes these rubber goods is what they're called. It's hard to like, especially this is a stiff one.
It's thick.
It's hard to get it.
That's a thick boy.
That's a thick boy. There it is. But this is an excellent figure, man. I really wanted the Hulk Hogan, but once I saw this one, we were able to get it. I was like, yeah, I need that. Need that, Ray. And you found it at Target. I said, scoop it.
Yeah, and that's all scaly too.
Mm-hmm. So much detail.
For sure.
So much time and energy goes into these figures they create that, you know, my hat's off to them. It's, when we were at when I went to the Mattel Design Center, they let us test out like sculpting a figure, and it's the wildest thing in the world. If you can go back on the channel and watch us do it. So what happens is they scan your head, and then it goes into the computer, and there's obviously like filaments on your head and stuff, and they have to like, you know, fix it. Like it's not perfect. So like they need to get all the grooves. So they sculpt digitally, and they have this pen that floats in the air, and you grab it, and it like literally you could feel it has power, and it kind of like takes, you have to have muscle. You have to like really use your muscle to hold it in place.
Yeah.
And then you just like in thin air, you're not touching anything, you're sculpting, but it's weird. It's on the screen. I can't even describe it. And then if you move it, like you can feel like nothing, but once you hit the actual sculpture, you're touching nothing. You're touching air, and you can feel it. You can feel the grooves with the pen. And like it literally feels like you're sculpting a piece of clay. It's the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Yeah, it's so bizarre. I don't even know who invented that, but anyways, we'll move on. Sorry, it's just anytime, because I don't think people realize how they actually sculpt these things. It's wild. Oh, this is cool. So this isn't a Mattel figure. This is a Jax figure. This is before Mattel got the license. So this is from 2004.
Oh wow.
All right, so this is Off the Ropes Series 8, The Rock. And the thing that makes this Rock special is this is from his movie that I can't even remember the name of it. What is it? Oh man, what was it called? I don't even remember. The Run-In? No, not the Run-In. I forget. I honestly forget.
It doesn't say it anywhere?
No, because it was like, it wasn't an official movie release, but that's what it was based off of. Like, he uses a 2x4 in the movie. He's literally dressed like this. It was kind of like, we're gonna like kind of do a little tie-in, yeah. Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. But these figures, I'm gonna show them to you, were much different and less articulated. You always hear me talking about articulation, less articulated, but I think that this company did excellent head scans for their figures. And this line right here was actually exclusive to Rite Aid of all stores. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so believe it or not, some of these Off the Rope figures are actually difficult to find. And I remember, because I was a big collector of these figures then, I was the only time I ever saw this figure. And I kept it mint on card for a long time. I was like, why? It's, you know, I'd rather have it on a shelf, because I do collect like movie figures of wrestlers and stuff. So it's very, very basic. Very, very basic.
Jacked.
And they forgot his tattoo, but he might not have that tattoo in the movie. So it's just simple. like the boot mold, jeans, a midnight blue t-shirt, belt, and then kind of a standard rock scan for that time. Like I said, he does not have his tattoos, but the likeness is there. And ironically enough, this is around the time that the Rock started leaning out because Hollywood thought he was too bulky, so he started losing weight. And at one point, he got super skinny.
I can't even imagine that.
Yeah, and then he gained it all back.
Oh.
This 2x4 is massive. And I think that this is the Hacksaw Jim Duggan 2x4. And you can't even really put it in his hand. I guess you can, but...
It's a flexible piece of wood.
But you'll see, like, it's much less articulated.
It looks like he's holding a giant French fry.
Like, look. Oh my god, it does look like a huge French fry.
Is this what they
Don't eat it now. So you'll see, like, all these different points of articulation. Like, the knees have so much more, like, right here. The boots can turn this way. You can't do that with these old figures.
No,
even
just like
the ab crunch.
typical at the knee. Not even really the hip. The hip doesn't move much.
No. These were very limited with range of motion and stuff like that.
Now it just looks like he's running from the Hamburglar.
Yeah. Because he took his fry.
Yeah.
So that's the dude, I don't remember what it's called. I'm so mad that I forget the name of this movie. And it's a movie that's on TV a lot. He like comes back to his hometown, you know what I mean, and then he's gonna fix crime and everything like that. And it's a remake.
Solve the town's
Yeah,
problem.
and it's a remake. I've seen the original. I've seen The Rock one 100 times. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it. And there's gonna be 100 comments on this video saying it's called this, but
well, then we'll know.
at this point, I'm gonna check right after I record. You know. All right, go ahead. You can pick another one. What is she gonna pick? I'm gonna say it's gonna be a basic.
How'd you know?
Is it?
It
Nice.
literally is.
All right, so we're gonna do a twofer right here. There's another. I'll let you look. There's another Rowdy Roddy Piper in there, because this is like the updated version of the original one in there.
I'm looking.
There it is. There it is. So, what Mattel's doing now is they've improved the articulation on basics. So you'll notice how like you have more range of motion in the legs here, whereas these are very, very limited.
Yeah.
And so here we have the Walmart exclusive WWE Superstar Entrances, Rowdy Roddy Piper. This is from 2014, so this is 10 years old. So I would say the 10-year gap is the perfect amount of time to be able to have an acceptable reason to remake a figure and re-release figure. Some figures, they've, like this was only 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I think that's a little soon, but I'm happy about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you wanted that, so it worked in your favor.
Yeah, I think the 10-year rule is fair. But they've been re-releasing stuff that's only like a year old. So it is what it is. But here we have 2014. I always love these because the back of the card was cut out in case there was something on the back of their shirt. The whole gimmick here was wrestlers in their merch t-shirts. So that's why he has his famous hot rod shirt. This is what's on your shaker bottle. So there he is. We will open this first to discuss it. So now old basics, this is all, like that was it. That was the range of motion. You know what I mean? Had these and everything like that, but so I would say they did a great job on coloring the boots here. It's like that maroon burgundy look, that like RP on each side. Blue knee pads, blue trunks, nothing on them, white wrist tape, and then of course that signature hot rod ringer tee with the red striping around the sleeves and the neck. And what I believe to be one of the worst Rowdy Roddy Piper head sculpts ever, because it's so cartoony that is not what he looks like.
He's big cheesing.
And look at those teeth, like it's not good, and they used it quite a few times. But look at that flow. Look at that flow. All right, so there's that.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely looks like a cartoon character.
And now we're gonna compare everything to the new main event series 148 Rowdy Roddy Piper that also had Hulk Hogan, John Cena, who was the Chase, Carmelo Hayes, and Caden Carter in it. So we're going to compare these two. This is exciting. Look, even the carding, they just recycled the picture completely, which is cool. I get it. It's one of the most popular Rowdy Roddy Piper images, but yeah, there's plenty of other pictures.
His hair is a completely different color.
It's a completely different head sculpt. But yeah, you're right. I would say that this is a little too blonde.
And that's like a little too dark.
A little too dark. We need something in between. It's a good call there. So here we have the new one. Here, I'll let you hold that real quick. The boots, I would say, on the original are like more so the correct color, and they have a little bit of a metallic vibe to them. Plus, they have that ankle articulation, which is a huge plus to me. So I always take points off for the new boots. Just not a fan of them. But the articulation in the leg, you can literally do so much more with these figures for posability. The blue actually looks different on these.
I noticed that too.
And honestly, I think that the blue, as I remember it, the blue on the original is actually more accurate to that of Rowdy Roddy Piper's actual trunks. I think this is a little bit too royal.
Even the red on his shirt looks a little bit more like bright.
Yeah, it is. I would say the colors. Personally, I think the colors on the original is better. Yeah. It's more fitting for Rowdy Roddy Piper. Even this yellow is too yellow, where this is like that more mustard.
Yeah, this is more like toyetic, as you like to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, it is. But the head on this is clearly better. It looks just like the man. It's that John Nada head. You can clearly see the spots on the sides of the hair for the sunglasses. That's from his Elite that was released twice. But I agree with you. I think that if we had a little bit between as far as the hair color, it would be perfect. So we got two good Rowdy Roddy Piper basics / main event series figures here. I just think that we can do better. We can have the perfect one, right? I really like the colors on this. I think it's more true to life of Rowdy Roddy Piper. This one though is, like she said, it's like almost more toyetic because it's more vibrant. It really stands out more. I think the head sculpt is better on this one. I would say if I had to choose hair colors, I would go more so with this one, because he wasn't some bleach blonde. Yeah, he wasn't some bleach blonde like this. It was more of like a dirty blonde. This is brown. I get it, but I think that this color would look better on this head. So neither of them are perfect. I think they both have positives. And this may sound wasteful, but one of my favorite things to do is get like an original release and then a new release and kind of compare them. I just think it's so cool to have them side by side. Yeah. So yeah, we did some cool unboxings today with Macho Fran. We did the Elite Network Spotlight Wendy Richter. We have the WrestleMania 35 Greatest Hits Series 4 Rey Mysterio. We have is it the Rundown? It's the Rundown. I think it's called the Rundown.
I have no idea.
I think it's called the Rundown. I could be completely wrong. The Off the Ropes Series 8 Rock. And then we have the Superstar Entrances, Rowdy Roddy Piper, and Main Event Series 148, Rowdy Roddy Piper. The fact that I remembered all of those numbers is pretty impressive. I'm happy with myself. So, hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know which was your favorite figure we unboxed today. Make sure you follow me on Instagram @FakeHeel, her @Macho_Fran. And make sure you check out TikTok, Twitter, all of them. Pick up the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, available now on Amazon.com, or simply go to HeelBooks.com. And make sure you join Whatnot at WhatHeal.com. You'll get $15 off your first purchase. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for joining us. Peace. I'll be honest, I think this might be my favorite figure we unboxed, besides the Rey Mysterio. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE Mattel, AEW Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need FigHeel's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 5,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With shots by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Premium full-color and value black and white editions available now on Amazon.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter @FigHeel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.